Hi there, Alabha, dear friends. Welcome to part two of the reading of the compilation of guidance on teaching and enrollment. So, this is a compilation of letters on behalf of the Universal House of Justice, both to National Assembly and individuals. And it has recently been released in this compilation form by the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States. So again, we're jumping in, video 2 in this series, compilation of guidance on teaching and enrollments, starting at the bottom of page 2 if you're following along. A delegate can certainly raise at the National Convention the topic of enrollments. However, it is important for you to be prepared to ensure any ensuing consultation is carried out in a constructive manner and in light of the experience unfolding within the framework of the 5-year plan. When discussed in the abstract, the subject could lead to erroneous assertions about the past as well as fruitless, dichotomous debates that create the appearance of conflict between individual or collective teaching, activities for expansion or those for consolidation, direct or indirect teaching approaches, or one particular method of teaching or another. Consultation at convention on the topic of enrollments will only be fruitful if it draws upon the practical experience of the friends working in their clusters to determine what has proven to be most effective to date and where the practical challenges lie. Okay, just going to read that again. Consultation at convention on the topic of enrollments will only be fruitful if it draws upon the practical experience of the friends working in their clusters to determine what has proven most effective to date and where the practical challenges lie. For the friends who are sacrificially promoting the imperatives of the faith, any decline in the number of enrollments is neither an indication of an increase in apathy or inactivity, nor want of receptivity in the general population to the message of Baha'u'llah. Rather, declarations alone do not provide a sufficient measure of the progress of the faith in your country or the level of teaching activity within the community. Just got chills a little bit. In the current 5-year plan, the efforts for expansion and consolidation in your community are unfolding in more than 600 clusters. Some of these clusters have advanced significantly to the 3rd milestone, where 100 or more active friends are engaging hundreds of participants, while other clusters have a program of growth that is still at an early stage of development. Overall, more than 40,000 individuals are participating in core activities, roughly 2/3 of whom are Baha'is. Within each cluster, an expanding nucleus of individuals reflect on the experience and learn over time to extend the scope and increase the effectiveness of their activities. From the foundation of this experience, the friends are well positioned to accelerate the movement of more and more clusters, multiply core activities, increase participation through outreach to the wider society, and strengthen the process of expansion and consolidation, including learning to increase the number of new believers. Ultimately, then, any concern about the rate of enrollments, like any other practical challenge that arises in the process of community building, is in the first instance best addressed by the friends in light of their experience in their clusters, where circumstances, resources, approaches, challenges, activities, and results can be considered. Teaching is the sacred obligation of every believer, whether in the course of their daily interactions with friends and colleagues or as part of a teaching team visiting neighbors or in efforts to help a receptive population take charge of its spiritual material development. the friends are sharing the teachings of Baha'u'llah in a multitude of meaningful conversations about human nature and the advancement of society. I love that, about human nature and the advancement of society. Just as an individual finds that certain capabilities contribute to effective teaching, so too the friends in a single cluster can collectively ensure, through training and practical experience, that all the capacities necessary for effective action in the range of activities essential to progress are increasingly developed. Depending on experience and needs, learning and action in any given cycle may focus on pursuing specific objectives or resolving different challenges, such as how to engage receptive individuals or populations in elevated discussions that attract their interest, how to multiply core activities and increase participation, and when timely, how to present the faith effectively and invite a ready soul to embrace the faith in a variety of settings, such as devotional gatherings, firesides, or home visits. It is in this context that the 29 December 2015 message of the Universal House of Justice, in setting out the requirements of the current plan, offered encouragement for the friends to, quote, become more adept at discerning when they have found a hearing ear, at deciding when to be more direct in sharing the message, at removing obstacles and removing obstacles to understanding, and at helping seekers to embrace the cause. In cluster reflection gatherings and other settings, the friends have the opportunity to hear about the exploits of their co-workers in the cause and learn from one another's experiences, always abstaining from the quixotic quest for formulaic solutions that results in the community lurching frenetically from one activity to another, story of my life, or from the kind of destructive criticism that prevents the search for solutions to challenges and only cools the desire to serve. Wow. We don't want to cool the desire to serve. In the context of the activities in a cluster, the friends should appreciate certain distinct features of the approach to teaching in neighborhoods where the work is intensifying. Experience has demonstrated that in many instances, when introducing community building activities into a neighborhood or village, an approach that does not emphasize enrollment initially can allow for a wider circle of participation, where the implementation of core activities is accompanied with ongoing and rich conversations about associated Baha'i teachings and the person of Baha'u'llah. The influence of the faith begins to permeate an ever broader cross-section of the population. Thus, in a natural and unobtrusive way, a wide array of individuals and families grow in their familiarity with the teachings of Baha'u'llah and the nature of his mission. In their own lives and in the life of the community, they begin to witness and experience the transformation that comes from exposure to and interaction with the Word of God, including its practical application. In such settings, the ways in which individuals will advance in their relationship with the faith will vary. There are some who, while appreciating the effect of the core activities on their personal lives and on the life of the community, approach them only as valuable efforts to better social conditions. For others, however, a close association with the Baha'i community and an ever deeper appreciation of the teachings of Baha'u'llah will evoke a profound love for and commitment to the faith. Some may spontaneously request enrollment or readily respond to an invitation. Others, viewing themselves as completely at one with the Baha'i community, might express the desire to join the faith through eagerness to participate in the full range of Baha'i activities, including those dimensions of community life that are only open to Baha'is, such as 19-day feasts, the fun, or the electoral process. That's an interesting couple sentences. So it's saying some people might just appreciate the effect that the core activities have on the life of community. Some may spontaneously request enrollment or take up an invitation. Others, viewing themselves as completely at one with the Baha'i community, may express the desire to join the faith through their eagerness to participate in the full range of activities. I'm just trying to see why those are two different thoughts. Profound love and commitment to the faith, a spontaneous enrollment, seeing themselves as one. I see. Okay. So I think it's saying all these different paths that someone may quickly, early on in their investigation of the faith, spontaneously want to join or accept an invitation to join the community. Others, it might be more of a gradual process, and they feel so at one with the work of the Baha'i community that they want to become more fully engaged by being part of the administrative process. All of this that I've read to you was from a letter dated March 22nd, 2019 to the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States. And I think my camera is filling up. I need to roll over to a third video for reading of this compilation. My dear friends, I'm Jacqueline Clare. Thank you for studying along with me. Please check out the links below if you would like to join my Patreon community and support my work. Patreon is super groovy. Links below. Check it out. And also if you would like to sign up